So today I'm having a think about trust. This week we're having a think about trust and the importance of trust and how closely it's linked to self-confidence, because ultimately if we trust ourselves, then we believe in ourselves and we have confidence in ourselves. But sometimes it's easier said than done, especially if there have been opportunities where we have either made wrong decisions or we have been criticised for decisions that we've made or mistakes that we've made, right? So knocks to self-confidence, knocks to our trust, our self-trust, our self-belief can happen very easily. But I think once we learn to trust ourselves and believe in ourselves, then it creates a ripple effect whereby we are able to grow in confidence and learn to trust ourselves a little bit more. When we are able to trust ourselves a little bit more, we get to make choices that don't depend on making other people happy, and this is a really important part of the puzzle. Being okay with the decisions that you make and trusting that they are the right decision for you, and probably the right decision for your family as well. Okay, so I speak mostly to women because my client base is 90% made up of either women or couples, and so we intuitively, when we make a decision that is right for us, we are obviously factoring in what is right for our loved ones. But the caveat with that is that sometimes we do need to just go with what we think is right, even if we are not entirely sure whether or not it's right for everybody else. So it's a very, very, very fine line. But I make the distinction because if we're thinking about our wider network, and I'm going to keep it within loved ones, I'm going to keep it within kind of like family, maybe that is immediate family or maybe that's extended family, being able to do what's right for you and making a decision that pleases you and that might not please other people is incredibly, incredibly important. It's about how you show up for yourself. It's about being authentic, right? We hear the word authenticity a lot, and what being authentic means is being your true self, not doing something for the benefit of somebody else. There are always going to be instances, there are always going to be examples where we are putting other people's needs before our own, and sometimes that is right, but sometimes it's not, and it comes down to the integrity behind the decision, and like I say, in the wider context, whether we are doing it to please other people in spite of our own feelings, or whether we are doing it for the greater good. So learn to be okay with yourself. Part of that process is about actually sitting with your own thoughts and feelings and being in that moment where you are listening to your stomach, where you're listening to your intuition, where you can sit and be honest with yourself. Even if it's just a case of coming up with the pros and cons, if it's a big decision, you're not sure how to make that decision, coming up with a list of pros and cons, the benefits, the downsides. Who are the benefits for? Who do the benefits benefit? Yeah, who is affected by the negatives of that decision? So listening to your intuition, doing what feels instinctively right to you, and then being decisive, holding that decision, knowing that decision feels right for the right reasons, and not letting yourself be swayed by other people's thoughts or opinions. Not always so easy to do. Not always easy to do, especially if you are a people pleaser. People pleasers naturally or have a natural tendency to sacrifice their own emotional well-being for the benefit of other people. Sacrifice what they think is right for them in order to not rock the boat, in order to not upset anybody else. Fear of judgment of other people. God, what will people think of me if I do this? What will people think of me if I say or do this certain thing? And actually being able to stand strong in your own conviction, knowing that you believe in your heart that what you are doing, saying or being is absolutely right for you. When you are able to do this, you learn to trust yourself, and the knock-on effect of that, as I said at the beginning, is this building in confidence that you have for yourself. To build confidence in yourself and to give other people around you confidence in you. Because when we are strong in our conviction, when we stand for what we believe is right, other people see that. They see that. They feel that energy. And they don't always have to agree. They don't always have to like it. But they will respect you for it. I can think of, lots of situations where I haven't agreed with what somebody has said or done, but I respect their decision to do or be a certain way because it's right for them. It's right for them. It's right for their family. As mothers, we do instinctively, I hope that we do, instinctively what we feel is right for our children. Even if that means upsetting other people along the way, we have to stand for them and we have to stand for ourselves. Learn to be kind to yourself. When you feel that voice of criticism kicking in, question it, give it space, listen to it, and then correct yourself. Correct yourself. Be kind, be compassionate to yourself, and always go with that gut instinct. Even if that gut instinct turns out to be wrong, even if the decision that you make is wrong, you have an opportunity to learn. Nobody ever gets to their full growth potential without making mistakes. So understand that we do what we feel is right, and if we make a mistake, that's part of the process. If you would like to know any more about working with me on my one-to-one coaching program, Thrive One-to-One, my link is in the description above this. My call booking link is there if you would like to book a call with me. I would love to speak to you and help you to start building that trust, building that confidence in yourself. Have a lovely rest of the day.